Hello everyone and welcome to another video. This is going to be 25 non-bookish facts about me. So I've done the 25 bookish facts about me, which you guys have probably seen. I think I first saw this tag thing on RJ Reed's channel, so I will leave his channel down below. But I know it's not as kind of widely known or popular as the bookish facts about me, but the reason I've done it is because I kind of felt like I wanted to give you guys a little bit more information about me as opposed to books and my love of books. So if I am totally wrong in thinking you guys might want to know that, then, and you're not interested in me as a person at all, you have my full permission to stop watching this video immediately. But if for some reason you are interested in me, then of course you may keep watching. It may be quite a long video because obviously there's 25 facts to get through and I may ramble on a few of them. I've tried to pick interesting facts as much as I can rather than just kind of straightforward boring information, so I hope you get some sort of enjoyment out of this. So the first non-bookish fact about me is that I was born on December the 19th, 1990, which makes me a Sagittarius. My birthday is 6 days before Christmas Day, and luckily, I've never actually got a joint birthday and Christmas present. It's far enough away that everyone does get me a present for both my birthday and for Christmas. So I am lucky in that respect. The downside to having a birthday then is that I don't often do much for my birthday because people have no money. It's often cold outside, so I can't have lovely summer parties outside or anything like that. So normally I just kind of hang out with a few friends, have dinner, do something nice and cozy and wintry, something like that. So yeah. The second non-bookish fact about me is that I was born and still live in a town called Bromley, which is on the South London-Kent border in obviously southeast England. And I haven't always lived here. I went to uni in Wales on the Welsh coast. Bonus fact for you there. And I do miss it terribly, but I do love being so close to London because it means I'm literally like half an hour into central London on the train, and it's awesome just to have that amazing big city right there. Nothing is ever far away, and you know, living in kind of like quite a small town, like I know where everything is, I know most of the people who live around here, so that is kind of quite nice. The third non-bookish fact about me is that I am currently working for a website called netmums.com. They are the UK's largest parenting website and forum, and basically I don't have kids, obviously I've never been pregnant, so I don't do a lot of the actual journalism side of it, but what I'm doing at the moment for them, it's like a temporary contract. I'm on a project for them to move all of their articles from their existing web host onto a new one, so it sounds kind of more techie than it actually is. I'm not very technical at all. I don't edit my videos, for example. That shows you how non-techie I am, but it's quite a simple kind of mechanical job. Like I'm literally just lifting articles, researching new images for the articles, basically just updating their website for them. At the moment, I started it in May, and at the moment I'm there until the end of September, but they may extend it beyond that if I'm lucky, if they find like other projects for me to do or something like that. So yeah. The next non-bookish fact about me is that I have 2 cats, which you probably know if you follow me on Twitter or Instagram. They are 4, they will be 5 in November. Their names are Sherlock and Dexter. They are brown and white tabby cats and I absolutely adore them. I know that Sherlock has been in a video and it's my ambition to get Dexter in a video too. I absolutely adore cats, obviously, as you probably know. If you are interested in my cats at all, then I thoroughly recommend at least following me on Instagram because I do often post pictures of them on there. The next non-bookish fact about me is that I am a huge fan of both Taylor Swift and Ed Sheeran. They are my favourite musical artists, and I wouldn't ever really have said that I was a fan of kind of big commercial pop music, but I love both Taylor and Ed for their lyrics mostly. I'm all about words. I love words and, you know, unusual turns of phrases and things like that. And I love artists who can describe an emotion or a situation or an idea that everyone is so familiar with, but they say it in a way that you would never have thought of saying yourself, but it's so true and you understand it as soon as you hear it or read it. That's the reason why I love a lot of my favourite authors, because they also do things like that with words. And yeah, that is the main reason why I love both Taylor and Ed. The next non-bookish fact about me is that apart from Taylor Swift and Ed Sheeran, I mostly listen to kind of pop punk music. My favourite band from my childhood, and who I do still absolutely adore, are Busted, and I saw them live a couple of months ago. We had a meet and greet with them and it was absolutely amazing. I was like a 14-year-old fangirl again. It was absolutely ridiculous. But apart from that, I do mostly listen to pop punk bands, so Bowling for Soup, Newfound Glory, The Wonder Years, Patent Pending. I also love A Day to Remember and Def Havana, who aren't really pop punk, but they're kind of more alternative rock. I also love the Arctic Monkeys as well. They're probably the only indie band that I listen to, really, though. But yeah, I don't know why I love pop punk. I think it's just kind of like reminiscent, obviously, from the kind of music that I got into when I was a teenager, and I've just kind of carried that through, and they have a kind of, you know, nostalgic feel to them, those bands. I absolutely love that kind of, you know, upbeat, poppy, with a slight, you know, punk undercurrent to them. So yeah. The next non-bookish fact about me, you guys will probably already know, my favourite TV show is Supernatural. I don't think I really need to talk about it that much more. Obviously, Sam Winchester is like, you know, boyfriend goals. But closely followed by Supernatural is Game of Thrones. It's obviously my second favourite TV show. I love the kind of whole big epic drawn outness of both of those TV shows. I love obviously the drama, I love all the twists and turns, and that's what I love certainly in a TV show. That's what, you know, keeps me watching just another episode. So yeah. The next non-bookish fact about me is that my favourite Disney film is Beauty and the Beast. I absolutely love it. I love the whole, apart from Belle being my favourite Disney princess, I relate to her fully. I love the whole idea of beauty being more than just on the surface, and I can't think of another Disney film that kind of portrays that message as clearly as Beauty and the Beast does. I'm so excited for the live action version with Emma Watson that's coming out next year. I can't tell you how excited I am for that. Beauty and the Beast is closely followed by Frozen as my favourite Disney film. I absolutely love Frozen. It's so worth the hype if you somehow haven't seen it in the 3 years it's been out. Elsa is another Disney, well, she's a queen, she's not a princess, that I fully relate to as well. The next non-bookish fact about me is that my favourite film that isn't Disney or Harry Potter is Mean Girls. 2004, Lindsay Lohan, she was at her best then. She's beautiful, she's awesome in that film. I've seen Mean Girls enough times that I could pretty much relay the script to you if you want me to. It's never ever not funny. I've watched it so many times, and as I said, I just love it. I don't really know why, because there are a lot of like recent high school films that I'm just not interested in seeing, but for some reason Mean Girls has always been like my favourite non-Harry Potter or Disney film. So yeah. The next non-bookish fact about me is that I have recently, in the last year or so, developed a obsession with 80s American high school teenage movies, and I can't believe I've got through life and not seen them apart from within the last year. So I love anything with Michael J. Fox, Molly Ringwald, all of the kind of Brat Pack, mid-80s high school films I absolutely love. So Breakfast Club, 16 Candles, Pretty in Pink, Back to the Future, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Love them. Really, really love them. The next non-bookish fact about me is that I have an ambition to visit all 50 of the US states before I die. That is kind of top of my bucket list. So far I have done 14, so I still have a hell of a long way to go, but I love America. I want to visit all the different parts of it, because I think it's just such a varied country. You've got the mountains, you've got the beaches, you've got the cities, you've got pretty much everything there, and I would just love to be able to say that I have visited all 50 of the states. The next non-bookish fact about me is that most of my clothes come from a shop slash website called New Look, and I don't know why, but every time I go to New Look, I always find at least one or two things that I absolutely have to buy right away. I mostly wear kind of like cute, comfy dresses, I want to say, because I do like feminine clothes. I don't really wear trousers unless they're jeans very often. So my kind of staple kind of go-to outfit, it will be like a kind of cute casual dress with tights and boots, and obviously a cardigan or jacket if it's cold. Or I will wear like a kind of a t-shirt from teaturtle.com. I absolutely love that. It's got really, really cute, nerdy t-shirts on it. And I will wear that with shorts and tights and boots again. So moving on, that kind of links to the next non-bookish fact about me. I wear tights all year round, and people always say to me, like, on really hot days, aren't you really, really boiling in tights? And I'm like, well, kind of. I'm probably no more hot than you are, because I'm just used to wearing tights. And the reason is, I don't know why, but when I put my tights on, I just feel like, you know, my legs are away. I don't need to worry about them for the rest of the day. I don't really like my legs very much, so that's probably like the real deep down reason why I wear tights all the time. But I don't know, I just feel comfortable in them. You know, whenever you see like women's magazines and on the front they've got like, you know, leg season is coming out, you know, prepare your legs for summer. And I'm just like, no, just let me wear tights. I like tights. Let me wear them. So I do. I just wear them all the time, and I love them. I feel comfortable in them. My legs are away. There you go. That's the end of it. The next non-bookish fact about me is that I have never ever dyed my hair. I've never done anything to my hair apart from cut it or straightened it. I've never actually curled it as an adult either. I did curl it once when I was a kid, because some reason I went through a phase where I had quite straight hair as a kid, and I apparently wanted curly hair, so I curled it once. My nan had like a kind of curling set, like a sort of heat roller type things, and she helped me like curl my hair. That was when I was like 6 or 7, and then but because I always had naturally straight hair then, and then when I was like 12 or 13, for some reason my hair just started growing like it is now, and now it's like this kind of natural wavy curliness. Certainly when I've just washed it, it's a total like mess, and I've filmed videos like literally just after I've washed it, so you will probably know what I mean. But yeah, I've never dyed it or anything like that, and I'm not saying I never would, because like I often see like girls on Tumblr and Instagram, and they've got like these lovely kind of dark kind of jewel coloured hair, and I think that looks absolutely amazing, but I'm always kind of afraid that I couldn't pull that off. So yeah, so I'm not saying I never will, but as of at the moment, I've never ever dyed my hair. I've only ever straightened it or cut it, and once when I was a kid curled it. So yeah. The next non-bookish fact about me is that I don't wear makeup, and I feel like this is something that is really, really unusual for you know, a girl certainly of my age, and certainly of girls like a lot younger than me. And there's not really a reason why I don't. It's just that it was never ever a habit that I got into, and I don't know why. And I feel like I probably should start wearing some now that I am 25 going on 26 this year. I feel like, you know, I should be, you know, maybe wearing something, because, you know, maybe like my looks are going to start like going down the pan at this point, which I know is really depressing, but I do kind of feel like maybe I should start wearing a little bit. But it was never a habit I got into, so therefore I've just never ever put makeup on, and I don't know, maybe I should. The next non-bookish fact about me is that my favourite food is pizza. So, you know, that's pretty straightforward. Pepperoni, sausage. I'm not a huge fan of red meat, but I do like sausage on a pizza, and I do like, you know, sausage and hot dogs and things like that. But loads of cheese, preferably stuffed crust with a kind of garlic mayo dip. That is like perfection to me. Absolutely adore my pizza. The next non-bookish fact about me is that my favourite animal of all time is the snow leopard. I absolutely adore snow leopards, and I actually kind of sometimes consider like just quitting everything and going to work in Russia or Asia. Well, they kind of live sort of in those kind of, the countries that end in stan. So they live in like Kyrgyzstan and Uzbekistan and Kazakhstan sort of area in the mountains in mid-Asia. And I do kind of sometimes consider seriously, like, quitting everything and just moving there and working with snow leopards, playing with snow leopards. That would literally be like my dream. I adore snow leopards. I literally, every time I'm going to a zoo or a safari park or considering going to a zoo and safari park, I look on the website to see if they have snow leopards. I actually did like a big cat keeping experience one day, and they had a snow leopard there, and I asked the zookeeper guy, are we going to see the snow leopard? And he was like, well, it wasn't originally on my itinerary, but if you want to see the snow leopard and feed the snow leopard, I would take you. And he did. And the snow leopard came right up to the front of the cage, and I fed it some raw horse meat, because that's what they feed them. And it was just amazing just to see this beautiful, beautiful creature put his paws like right up on the cage and just take this piece of meat out of my hand. It was just incredible. I wanted to get in and cuddle him and roll around with him forever. It was just gorgeous. I love snow leopards, and we should do everything we can to keep them, because they are endangered, and I never ever want to wake up and find out that snow leopards are no longer on this planet. I would honestly cry forever. So that is that. The next non-bookish fact about me is that my favourite colour is silver. Silver jewellery all the way. I love the colour silver. Not really much else to say about that. The next non-bookish fact about me is that I love Pokemon, but only the first generation of Pokemon. I did play all of the games up until Black and White. I didn't play Black and White. I don't think I played Black and White on first Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Advance XP, Nintendo DS, Nintendo 3DS. So I have played all of the Pokemon games up until Black and White, and then there's a new one coming out, the Sun and Moon one. But I was only really ever interested in the first 151 Pokemon. After that, I did, gradually have decreasing interest in the Pokemon generations. But as a result, I am absolutely obsessed right now with Pokemon Go. I love it. All of my original Pokemon, I can just go out into the street and catch them all, and I am literally loving my Pokemon Go life at the moment, as I'm sure so many of you are. So, yeah. The next non-bookish fact about me is that I have had a blog of some sort since I was 15 years old, and I don't think I've actually met anyone that's had a blog for as long as I have. I've had different blogs because I just tend to get bored of them and start a new one, but my first couple of blogs were just literally like online diaries, just for like my school friends to read and things like that. I was the only kid in school that had a blog, because I was that weird kid that, didn't really have that many friends and was a little bit weird and had a lot of, thoughts and feelings, but couldn't actually voice them, so had to write them down and things like that. So yeah, but it was like I was the only kid that had one, and a lot of my year knew that I had one, and a lot of my year did actually read my blog, and they were like, oh, that's so cool and things like that. So yeah, and it's just kind of evolved into, actual real blogging now. Like, I write reviews and stuff, and, just kind of put my thoughts about, obviously now books, but I used to have a blog on music and films as well. So, yeah, I don't know, I've always liked the idea of blogging and getting my feelings out to the world for like-minded people to read and chat about with. So, yeah. The next non-bookish fact about me is that I have to have some time alone every single day, which I think sometimes makes me a little bit difficult to be around and to live with and things like that, but it's just so important for me to have that me time. And I struggled with that a lot actually when I was travelling, because I was with a group of people pretty much all the time, a group of strangers, when I was in America for 4 weeks, and I did find it so hard sometimes just to get away, and I did kind of feel myself getting more and more stressed the longer that I didn't have that me time. And yeah, but I think a lot of people are like that. You just need time to kind of step back and refresh. So certainly as an introvert, I just really needed that. The next non-bookish fact about me is that when I was a teenager, I really wanted to be an actress, and I had a lot of acting and dancing and theatre training. From the ages of about 11 to 17, I used to attend a theatre school every Saturday, pretty much for the whole Saturday, and I was like kind of semi-serious about becoming an actress. Like, I wanted to be a film actress, so and obviously those ambitions are like really, really high. and I didn't have that much confidence either. I was bullied slightly, certainly in dance class, by, you know, on the whole, you know, I don't want to kind of put this out there, but on the whole, kind of dancer girls are bitches. I just want to say that. But yeah, I mean, obviously that's not the case for all of them, but I kind of felt collectively, certainly as a teenager, that yes, they were. So yeah, so I did kind of like, luckily I got more into writing and journalism and things like that. So I did kind of drop that ambition when I was about 17, 18, and I stopped, you know, thinking about that kind of thing. But I did spend a long period of my life wanting to be an actress. So yeah, I think that's something that not actually a lot of people know about me. So there you go. The next non-bookish fact about me is that I don't have that many friends, and that's because I am quite picky with people, certainly with potential boyfriends, because, like, I know it's ridiculous to be an adult, but I do compare my boyfriends and my potential boyfriends to the fictional men that I love. I always feel like, how many qualities do they share with Sam Winchester, for example? And I literally seriously do that. And I don't know if that's good or bad or not, because I feel like maybe I'm kind of, you know, I'm waiting for someone who doesn't really exist. But at the same time, I kind of feel like, well, yeah, but I wouldn't really be happy with someone that didn't kind of meet those standards, if you know what I mean. Like, I'm not saying that I want a perfect man, because nobody is perfect. But I know what I want, if you know what I mean. And if someone doesn't have it, then I kind of have like a limited, you know, amount of leeway for them, if you know what I mean. And if they're nice people, then that's fine, you know. But you know, I don't want to kind of waste my time with, you know, people. So it's the same with friends as well, you know. I do have kind of a limited amount of patience and a limited amount of tolerance, I guess is the word I'm looking for. So yeah. And the last non-bookish fact about me is that I often feel that I am much cooler on the internet than I am in real life. Seriously, in real life I am ridiculously shy. I don't really talk a lot. As I said, I'm an introvert. But online I sort of feel like I'm this almost different person. I mean, I'm not, because this is me talking. I am a real person behind this camera. But I do kind of feel like I am like a slightly cooler person, if you know what I mean. Like, I have more to say and I'm on my own in the room, as opposed to having someone literally staring in my face waiting for an answer. So I do kind of feel like, I don't know, I'm cooler on the internet. I really am. And that is it for these 25 non-bookish facts about me. If you guys feel like you might want to do it, then obviously feel free to. Obviously all my social media will be in the description down below as normal. I hope you're having an awesome day, and I'll see you very soon for another video. Bye bye.